You mentioned after the game Saturday that you think this group has the potential to grow fast. Why did you say that? What are your factors in seeing that? In saying that, what have you seen?
Well, just one, we're young. I mean, let's face it. I'm looking at Friday's game, and BC had 8 seniors in the lineup. We had none. They had 900 more games played college hockey than us at that point. So we have the potential based on just the learning experience of growing faster than other teams, just because we'll be younger and have less experience. So I think that's one of the things. Plus the players we have, I think, are elite. I think they think the game elite. And I think there's areas for us from what we learned on, Friday. BC played better than us, but I think, in a month or two, we should be able to play that same way and maybe have more skill. So I think our potential to where we can go is exciting.
Todd again.
You've been going a little shorter with practices. Is that a bigger picture kind of thought of long season? Keep guys a little fresher early.
Couple reasons. One, the practice slot. We're at 9 o'clock in the morning. Guys have 11 o'clock class, so we're a little bit squeezed for time. So to get meetings in and get everything else, the workouts and treatments and all that stuff in there, we're being a little bit more selective on practice times as far as making sure we don't overextend. So you're right, we are. And our guys are in good shape. We've been practicing for 6 weeks. We're here in the summer. The conditioning part isn't anything to be concerned about. I think we can do more learning in the video room as well, so that's part of the reason as well.
Jay?
I'm sure you'd love to score 16 goals every weekend, but does that just underline how skilled offensively this group is?
Yeah, it does. We're an exciting team. We got a lot of offensive, talented players that can make plays and finish plays. Cole's off to a great start. Turcotte's off to a great start. Even Lindmark's off to a great start offensively. Holloway's got a chance to get great numbers. Our defensive group is very offensive. Miller had 2 goals on Saturday, and Inamoto scored. So we got a lot of offensive weapons. I think we're an exciting group. I think where we'll get better is our play without the puck. Just like every team at this point of the year, I think always says, hey, you got to get better. Better you play defensively, the more time you have to play offensively. So that'll be a key. But we're exciting. I mean, Cole Caulfield scored hundreds of goals playing Team USA, more than any other player in USA hockey history. So he's going to finish. Turcotte's a 5th picked overall. Holloway's going to be a first-round pick. We have elite, talented players that can finish and make plays. So we're more polished offensively as far as the finish goes, and that's really exciting for us. And you saw on Saturday, we were able to bounce back after a tough game against BC and play a rested team against Merrimack and go in there and make enough plays to score 11 goals. Shows the excitement and the offensive ability that our team does have. It was 14. I was going to correct you, but I didn't want to do that, Jay, in front of all our friends here. So maybe one weekend we'll get 16 this week. Yeah.
Todd?
Did you see things out of the play in your own zone to say that, yes, we're going to get there? We may have given up 5 both nights, but this group is going to get to a point where that's going to be an outlier in terms of the way things go.
And I think part of it is, especially when you're a young player, is, you want to show that you can play and score and produce. And really, when you're at this level now you got to show and perform in the defensive end to prove that you're committed there. And then once you do that, you'll get more ice time and be able to contribute offensively. And that's, that was kind of our message Saturday. And we didn't play terrible Saturday. Give BC credit. They're a top 5 team or 6 team because they got a lot of talent and their experience. Like I said, 8 seniors in the lineup. They got 3 first-round picks in the lineup. They got probably the best goalie in college hockey in their net. I mean, that's a heck of a team we played, and we did okay with them for a while. So I think there were a lot of good things in that game, but we can find ways to get better.
Tony over here. Minnesota Duluth, I know they're in the NCHC, but
Yep.
2-time defending national champs. Is this a rivalry? Can it be a rivalry with the proximity with Wisconsin and Duluth?
I mean, our fans love it because it's the old, WCHA battle. I remember chasing Brett Hull around the rink 30 years ago, and so I remember what it meant to our era. I think our fans that have, the history of watching us play against Duluth for all those years are excited about that. Two-time defending national championships coming for your home openers, and with the class we have in place and the excitement and buzz about the personnel of our team, I'm hoping it gets some attention this week so we can get some more people in the building. I think that was our goal when we saw that they were on the schedule and they won 2 national titles, and we saw the class coming in and we saw kind of people excited and talking about our team. I said, well, this would be a good weekend to show up and watch some great hockey. So hopefully we'll have a good crowd turnout. I think it'll be, I don't know if measuring sticks the right word for us, but it certainly will be a great challenge for us. It'll be a chance for us to show college hockey where we're at. And like as Todd asked earlier, I think we got a ways to go before we grow into the team that we can be. But this will be a really good challenge for us that I'm looking forward to seeing our guys ready for it.
What's your philosophy in scheduling non-conference games? You know how important non-conference is to making the tournament, getting your resume in the right place. Does that impact the way who you schedule? Because some teams will look at it and say we can bring in teams from farther down the rankings and collect wins.
It's a great question. It's something that we've discussed. My philosophy is to play the best. My philosophy is for the fans to see Duluth, North Dakota's, Boston College's, Denver's, the elite programs, the elite teams that they want to see. The other thing for that, what it does do is it gives your players the opportunity to play against great teams every weekend for them, for their development purposes, and their opportunity to play against the other country's best teams. So I like that way better than trying to schedule 10 teams that are at the bottom 40 to 60 in the rankings. I'd rather schedule 10 in the top 10. Is it the right thing to do for the long-term betterment of your chances to make the tournament? Probably not, but so maybe there'll be some sort of balance moving forward, but I've always been the same way. I want to play the best, and our players are the same way. I want the players to have the opportunity to play a 2-time defending national championship team as opposed to the 55th ranked team in the country. I think that makes it a lot more exciting for our student athletes, for our fans, and so that's why our schedule is what it is. We got Clarkson coming in next week. They're a top 10 team. Arizona State we have later on. They made the tournament last year. So Omaha, Nebraska is a good team as well. So we've tried to get elite teams in as much as we can. That's a great question, though, because other teams have the opposite. They want to play all home games, and they want to play teams that aren't really, potentially, elite programs.